Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of r/ProRevenge. In today's episode, Guy beat up my brother, so I made his life hell. Guy quit his job thinking he became rich. Kay made my aunt pay for her own beer. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you will never miss a video. So let's get started. Guy beat up my brother, so I made his life hell. For context, my brother has learning delays, so he has trouble with learning social cues. He has an issue when he has nothing to do in public. If he's waiting for something, he'll just start staring at people long enough that they notice. Because he refused to wear his glasses, he's also squinting while he stared, making it look like he's scowling at people. My family has worked with him to prevent this, and so we taught him to look at his phone or make it obvious he's looking at scenery instead since this incident. When I was 15 and my brother was 18, he would wait at the train station for my mother to pick him up after school. We went to different schools because his school had the resources to help with his learning delays. I used to catch a bus that in the mornings would pick up kids from my school as well as another and drop the kids from the other school off on the way to mine. This kid that was the same age as me caught the morning bus, and his younger sister and I were friends from talking on the bus. One day after school, he noticed my brother staring at him and immediately got aggressive, yelling to ask what he was looking at. When he started to approach my brother got up to walk away because he was scared of his demeanor. As my brother's back was turned, the douchebag grabbed both his shoulders and dragged him to the ground and kicked him while he was down. He then spat on my brother and said, "Don't stare, army again ya hear?" Some nice kid who saw everything helped my brother up and stayed with him until my mother arrived. She called the cops when she calmed him down at home, and after they spoke to my brother, that's when I arrived home. They asked if I recognized douchebag from some pictures on Facebook after the helpful kid identified him for them, and I was ready to tear this guy apart. After speaking to everyone, they asked my mother if we wanted to file charges. She decided no because he was already stressed out enough and he would be difficult to question as he has trouble recounting events in a clear and concise way. She called douchebag's school the next day because the incident happened while he was in uniform, so at least the school could do something without having to force my brother to do anything that would stress him out. They suspended him for 2 weeks, but I didn't think that was far enough, so I took matters into my own hands. His first day off suspension, I saw him on the bus, and as he got on I clapped loudly and congratulated him on being a coward who has to attack people from behind and kick them while they're down. He angrily sat down and said nothing the rest of the way to his school. I still wasn't satisfied, so I messaged some friends that went to the same high school as douchebag, as it was right next to the primary school I went to, so a lot of people ended up at the high school. I told them what douchebag did, and because a lot of them know my brother from coming over to our house a lot, they were all just as pissed off as I was. I told them that douchebag got off pretty easy despite committing assault, so we hatched a plan. A lot of them were rugby players for their school, and so was douchebag. They went to the coach and refused to play unless the douchebag was banned from playing after what he did. They couldn't afford to have half the team off, so it was an easy decision to give douchebag the flick. After a while I stopped seeing douchebag on the bus, and his sister said he dropped out of school after getting suspended again for beating up a kid half his size. Good. He deserved everything he got and more. Guy quit his job thinking he became rich. Hey, new to Reddit, I thought I would post my story here. I work for a construction company and we do remodeling on homes. We have a rule here that we get to keep anything we find hidden behind the walls. We hired this guy, we really needed a worker badly, who was a total a-hole from day one. I've been working for this company for 5 years, and this guy has only been doing construction for 1 year after he got fired from his accounting job for getting a DUI. Anyways, he would always make fun of my clothes and my accent, and one day he went too far by telling my boss about my private Instagram account pics. He got on my phone and looked through my Instagram page and showed my boss pictures of me smoking weed. Little did he know that my boss is my friend from 8 years when we used to smoke together before we both quit. I was so mad that he violated my privacy, then I made a plan to *CK him over. He was the kind of guy who would always come in late and complain that trains or traffic is why he was always late. One day I overheard him saying that if he won the lottery he would quit this job for not getting the respect he deserves. You have to earn your respect here. One day I bought some fake gold coins online and I put them in a metal box I found at the antique store and waited for a chance to hide it in a wall. Luckily I did not have to wait long. The day he found the coins it seemed like it was his best day ever. First thing he did when he opened the box, he called my boss a thing loser and he quit immediately on the spot. He said, "F this place. I'm rich. LOL. Little did he know was that was the best day of my life. After he quit, my boss told us that he was going to fire him anyways for always showing up late. I wish I could see the look on his face when he finds out the gold coins are fake. Best $40 I spent in my life. I apologize for my grammar, this just happened today and my adrenaline is pumping hard. Thanks for reading. Edit, these houses are bought at auction. People don't live here, so everything is owned by the construction company. K made my aunt pay for her own beer. I just want to warn that my spelling is horrible and English is not my first language. This happened not too long ago at my aunt's wedding. It was fun and just a happy time when I, a teenager, was asked to man the barbecue. Some stuff happened with the caterer and if you wanted a beer or something from the bar you had to pay. The price was €2 through an app which you can print QR codes for or put in a long number that everyone has a unite for your account. The night was going well, the alcohol was flowing and my aunt stops by to remind me to make sure everyone was paying and I instantly knew what I had to do. Sometime later she shows up wanting another beer and in response I ask her to show me that she paid. When you pay you come to a special screen to prove that the purchase was just made. The good part here was that she couldn't pay back use the account that the money was being paid to was her account and I refused to serve her, so in the end she walked and got her newlywed husband and made him pay and complimented me for making sure everyone paid. If you made it to the end of the video, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share and we will see you in the next video.